You've just saved me. There is now sound. Great. Okay, so I'll explain all that again. Sorry about that. So, good morning. And yeah, I was just saying that I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were saying that the biggest thing that is happening in the country is mental health issues, and that many people, all of us, are struggling because our resources have been changed, and that the things that we do for wellness, they're different now, and so are gone completely. So how do we as a community help more people know about what we're doing here? I feel like we've created connection, we've created joy and resilience, and how do we touch more people? So there was an amazing article yesterday, and it was in the Connacht Tribune yesterday and the City Tribune today, and it's also online. And just, yeah, I felt like she really got us. This zany, wacky, awesome, connected community that is happening around this. So great, come. Oh, and there's a new move today. It's great. So come lie on your backs. Sorry about the no sound thing. So great, lying on your backs. Knees are bent. Feet are flat on the floor. Then just draw your lower back down and flatten into the floor. And then arching, breathing into your belly. And just feel that. Feel the sense of your spine, the sense of the movement of your hips. Nice. And then just rock your knees from side to side. As you do so, just feel the side body as you do this. And checking in to how your thighs are, your hips, your buttocks, your belly. Nice. And then from here, you're going to draw your right knee up towards you and just squeeze it in. And just hug it in deeply, deeply, feel the compression, and then let it go. And then draw your left knee up towards you and squeeze it in. And let it go. Nice. And then have your arms so they're a little bit out to your sides. You're going to brace your elbows into the floor. Draw your right knee up towards you, and then begin to roll over towards the right and end up so that you're floating with your feet a little bit in the air. You're kind of suspended on your right elbow, and your feet are floating over towards the right, and then lie down. And then over towards the left, and your feet are floating, and you're on your elbow. It should seem like this weird seesaw balance feeling happening. And now just travel from side to side, letting your feet float, and coming back, and letting your feet float, and coming back. One more time, letting your feet float, and then bring your 2 feet to the floor and end up in zigzag. So zigzag is where your 2 knees are bent and your right foot is resting near the left thigh, and you're sitting on your right buttock and your left bum is off the floor. And true to form, we're going to do seaweed arms. So begin to glide your arms from side to side. And as you glide your arms, begin to notice what your belly is doing. There's this sense of your belly following your arms, but then your belly begins and then your arms follow, and then your belly begins and your arms follow. So just feel, how is this in the deep of my belly to do this? As I sway from side to side. Nice. And then come to center. Bring your fingers near your head, touching the side of your head, and then draw your left elbow down towards your left ankle, just in that direction. You're never going to get there. And then the other side, drop your right elbow down, and like everything's holding on. You're like, oh, this is a lot of work. And then just glide from side to side and just notice the work that has to happen in your body. One way, how does that feel? And then the other way. And they're really different. For me, there's hardly any movement towards the right. One more time each way. One way, and then the other. Nice. Bring your right hand to the floor. Draw your left elbow down. Really squeeze, feel it folds in your left side. Feel your elbow now has left your head, and you're trying to pull your elbow down towards your ankle. Right hand is on the floor, and then sweep your left hand out forward and lift your hips and lengthen through the left side of your body. And then drop your bum down and draw your left elbow down towards your left ankle. Right hand to the floor, sweep your hand across and open through your belly. Just feel that. Left elbow drops down, and then left hand glides across And you lift through your hips. And just feel that. Left elbow drops down, right hand lands, and then you lift. Nice. One more time. Left elbow drops down, and then sway so that your hips rise. And just pausing there, if that feels comfortable. Lengthening through the whole left side. Maybe you're looking upwards, maybe you're looking forward, maybe you're looking downwards. Let your neck be comfortable. And then sweep your hand forward, come to sit on your bum. And then we're going to draw the right elbow down towards my right hip, and then draw your left elbow down towards your left hip. And as I do that, I allow my forearm to really turn outwards. So this is the new move. This is country dancing. So just feel that. So gliding. And so now my forearm, I'm really allowing it to sway backwards more and more, so I can feel the turning of my arms is allowing more and more movement into my torso. I just think of your favorite country music and dance along. Correct. And just feel it. There's a rolling in your shoulders. There's a stretching in the torso. We're just moving the places that you don't move all day, more or less. Great. Come all the way down. So bring your right elbow down and then lie on your back. And just pause there for a moment. We did a lot of torso. Just let that settle. Find your straightness. And then just sway your knees from side to side. Letting them roll one way and then the other way. I got a most beautiful email yesterday off somebody, and it was just this amazing sense of, that now we're really not moving as much as we used to. We had things like where we would go shopping, or we would go visit people, or we would walk places to go between shops, or to walk to work, or to drive to work. Or we're not moving in the same way, so we need to really up our movement during the day on purpose a bit more. So you're going to roll over towards the left. So bring your left elbow down, lift your feet off the floor, and then let them land into zigzag. So begin by seaweed arms, and just feel that. Just let your arms glide all the way around. And as you go, feel your belly, and then let your arms feel your belly. One of my dogs is dreaming. Just feel that. The flow, the movement, the torso. Nice. And then bring your fingers to the side of your head and draw your elbow down one way. Feel the squeeze. It should be folds. Folds are normal. And just feel the folds of you and really enjoy that you're like, yay, I'm folding that side. And then I'm going the other way. And the other way, going to the left is trickier. Notice that. The right side, you fold. Left side, you're suspended a little bit. Nice. Down and suspension. Nice. From here, bring your left hand to the floor, and then left hand, yes. Dive your right elbow down, and then sweep your right hand forward and lift your hips and stretch through the right side of your body. It should feel delicious. Bring your right elbow down, and then sweep your hand forward, stretch through the whole right side of your body. And again, right elbow down. My left hand lifts as I do that. And I sweep. And one more time. Right elbow down. And then sweep. Opening, lifting, pausing. Just feel the length of you. So if you're sitting a lot during the day, these are amazing stretches to mobilize into the bits of us that are becoming inert. Keeping, like every time you breathe, your organs move. But if you're slumped over a desk, then your organs aren't moving in the same way. So it's really important that we keep movement in our bodies. So elbows are forward in front of you, and then farmer down. So as your left shoulder goes down, draw your left elbow down, left hand moves a bit out, and then just begin to spiral your arms a little bit more into the country dancing. Just feel it. Feel what it does to your shoulders, to your rib cage. Feel the folding of the side of your waist, the stretching of your shoulders. Just feel it, the rolling. Nice. And then bring your elbow down and come all the way back to land on the floor. Super. Flattening your lower back down. Drop your knees down towards the left. Bring your arms wide and just glide your knee up towards your left shoulder. Coming back to center. Drop your knees down towards the right. Glide your left knee up towards your right shoulder. And just do that a few times. We're mobilizing, lengthening, stretching into, or just moving our bodies. Nice. Super cool. Come all the way over and come into your cat pose. So all the way over. How did you do it? Are you using the skills that we're learning in class? Tuck your toes under and then just round your back and arch your back. Nice. Round your back. Arch your back. Super. And then come to a neutral spine and then squeeze your right shoulder and your right hip towards each other. Again, you should feel folds on the side of your waist. And then do the other way. The left side squeezing. And then keeping your head center. So if you're not swinging your head to look behind you, you're just keeping your head more or less center between your two hands. Just squeeze one way and then squeeze the other way. Squeeze and squeeze. And then you're going to round your back into your cat and keep squeezing. So my back is rounded and I'm trying to squeeze one way, squeeze the other way. And then go gently. If you have anything going on with your spine, be careful with the next one. Sometimes it can move into, the kyphosis of this can move into things in your lower back. So just arching your back and squeezing could be amazing for you. Maybe just go slowly as always with a new movement. And then just roll. Try and make your belly into a huge circle. Circling. Circling. And circling the other direction. Circling. Nice. And circling. So great. So stretch the right leg long behind you and your toes on the floor. And then hop your right foot to the outside of the left leg. And so you're going to feel length through the right hip when you do that. And then draw your foot back to center. Your toe can touch the floor if you want. And then pull your right elbow up towards your right knee up towards your right elbow or towards your right shoulder. And then stretch your leg long and swing it over towards the left. And then bend your knee. And look at your knee when it comes up on the right. And then look at your knee, your foot, when it travels around on the left. Just feel out the flow. How do you make this movement really smooth and juicy in your spine? One more time. Nice. Bring your knees back to center. Stretch your right arm long out in front of you. Your arm resting on the baby side, finger side of my hand, and then just drop your armpit down in the direction of the floor. And just let it settle. Amazing, actually. Yesterday I got a beautiful text. Oh, so beautiful. It was about somebody who has been doing my yoga for years. A very diligent student. And so she's been doing the yoga at home on this. And then her husband has joined her, and now the kids have joined her. And I just think, oh my God, it's so amazing. And there's quite a lot of families out there now doing this, which is quite fun. So great. Other side. Stretch your left leg long, toes on the floor. And then hop your left foot over to the outside of your right foot, right leg. Hop your foot back and then draw your knee up towards your elbow or towards your shoulder. Towards your shoulder is harder, so decide what you need to do. Hop your foot back and then over and then begin to flow. Squeeze, look at your knee. Stretch, look at your foot. Squeeze, look at your knee. Stretch, look at your foot. Just feel that. Squeeze. Stretch. One more time. Squeeze. Stretch. Nice. Coming back to center, both knees to the floor. Stretch your left arm out long in front of you. Head comes down. My baby finger on the left is on the floor. I'm just creating length. Wonderful. Both hands to the floor. Push back into your downward dog. So downward dog is where your heels are pulling back towards the floor, your hands are pushing down. And then just all the different movements that you know that you can do well and smoothly with your spine in the downward dog. Get doing it. And I just feel, what can I do here? I can bend my knees. I can move my feet. I can wiggle my shoulders. I can round my spine. I can twist a bit. One way, the other way. I can round even more. I can send waves through my spine. How would you do that? And just hearing, what do you know about your spine right now? How do you meet this amazing structure in the middle of you? Nice. Bring your feet forward. Bring your elbows back to rest on your knees. Just pause there. Nice. Hands to your knees. Pausing there. And then come all the way up to stand. Cool. So standing in the middle of your mat and just roll your shoulders, big circles. So we're going to try a movement. It's kind of complicated, but it's also, when you get into it, it's really, really lovely. So we're going to see how we go. So roll your shoulders in the other direction. So it's called a spinal wave. And I'll stick it up on I have a Yoga with Ciara Facebook group, and I'll stick it up on another, and I'll even stick it in the information of this video. Okay, so spinal wave. So I'll explain it, but you can. So I'm going to go sideways for this. So round your back, so you kind of schlumped a little bit forward, okay? And then look forward, so it's only your nose that's sticking forward. And then stick your chin forward, and then try and bring your chest forward, and then bring your rib cage forward, and then bring your belly forward, and then bring your hips forward. And then round yourself till you're schlumped again. Nose, chin, chest, rib cage, belly, hips. Schlump. Nose, chin, chest, rib cage, belly, hips. So you can do it against a wall, which is quite funny. So you can kind of be, the top of your head is near the wall, you're rounding, and then you bring your nose to the wall, and then you bring your chin to the wall, and then you bring your chest, and then you bring your rib cage in the direction of the wall, and then your belly, and then your hips, and then you schlump again. So see how you would just feel like a roll of you along the wall in front of you. It's such a mad movement. It's great. So keep going. I love it. In my head, it's like, just keep the curtains closed. And just keep moving. Just have a sense of really rolling deeply into your spine. So you have this sense of how do you roll your whole body in a wave. Oh, nice. And then bring your feet. So they're maybe a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Bring both hands to your knees. And then bring your right hand down into a fist on the floor. Nice. And then pull your right elbow back. And then bring your right hand down. And pull it back. So I'm keeping my hand in a fist and I'm touching the floor with my fist, and then I'm pulling back, and my left arm is really long and straight. So it's ultimate lawnmower, this one. Nice. Other side, right hand to your knee, left hand fist to the floor, pull it back. And just feel like, how can you get your fist as high away from the floor as possible? I straighten my legs, I push into that right hand, and I feel like a machine. I feel like really strong. I'm using my structures to really support me. Nice. Bring your feet, hands to your knees. Walk your knees a little bit further. Right fist to the floor and pull. So I feel like my right leg really straightens as I do this. So it gives me energy. Nice. And then the other side. Just feel it. Feel your shoulder pulling back. Nice. And then we're going to bring both to the floor. Pulling back one, pulling back the other. So this is the supported ultimate farmer move. Or you can do the suspended ultimate farmer move, which is where you keep both hands off the floor and you pull from a place where both hands are off the floor, so the weight is into your bum. But this is really much stronger. So either keep one hand on the floor or both hands floating. Nice. And then both elbows to your knees, both hands to the floor. Walk your feet towards each other. Drop your knees down. And just come into your cat pose, just rounding, arching, rounding, arching. Super. And sit your bum all the way back and come rest into your child's pose. And just feel, we did so many wonderful movements there. We connected. I know you were breathing, but I didn't orient you towards it. So what temperature are you? What's the sense of you right now? And deepening your breath into your belly. I'm filled with a lot of joy this morning as I rest here. I have a sense of kind of a sense of a swelling heart, or a fullness in my gratitude and my sense of connection. And just how are you this morning? In this community, in this tribe, in this connectivity that we are creating. It's so beautiful. Nice. How wonderful. So stay here for as long as you need to, or as long as you want to, or lie on your back for a while if you want. Find the ways that you emerge. Just because I have to end doesn't mean that you do. So maybe you stay on and do some more stuff. Maybe that would be nice. Who knows? Some people, I get messages all the time that they do the live with me in the morning, and then in the evening they do deep, or they do connect, or they go back and they go exhale again. So you can do 2 a day. So be well. Yeah, stay well, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.